Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Poducer, the podcast for producers. Today, we're at Summer's End Smokeout. It's a little hot out here.
Oh, yeah. And roasting.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. And we're joined by CØNTRA. I guess it's like, what, tomato?
Yeah, whatever you want to say, usually CØNTRA though.
CØNTRA, okay, I think I said it right the first time. And
Hypho, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for sitting down with me while we're here.
Yeah, of course, man.
So, you guys like weed?
You know what? I used to smoke tons of weed, and then I had to stop because I got panic attacks. Now I can like microdose it, and I'm good.
Are you enjoying this weekend?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I got super stoned yesterday for the first time in ages, so it was nice actually.
Hell yeah! I'm going to, not do that because I won't be able to do interviews if I do that.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm not a big weed smoker. Like occasionally at night, I'll do I'll hit a couple hits from the bong or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not really a social stoner, as you say, but.
For sure.
I mean, I used to smoke a lot in like high school and stuff, but something switched in the old noggin.
Dude, I think when you get older, you just like have too many things to do, and then it just like when you're a kid, you're like, "Fuck it, dude, we're gonna go play Halo."
Yeah. You're not really thinking about much when you're a kid. When you're older, you've got all these problems. So when you smoke weed, it just makes you anxious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes. Yeah.
Who knows what it is? I've recognized it in a lot of my friends though. Once they hit like early 20s, because that's what it was for me. Around like 21, I think 22 is when I started feeling like I was kind of hating being high, and it did like the opposite, where it made me like kind of depressed and like over analytical rather than relaxed and like. Yeah, I don't know.
It really hits. It's like one of those drugs that hits differently for so many people. So many people swear by it, and then others are just like, eh. Like I can smoke a little bit occasionally and it's like perfect, but then I'll do the same thing the next day and I'm like, why did I do that? What am I doing? So anyway, shout out the weed smokers. Let's fucking go, dude. If you smoke weed, shout out Elevated Exotics. I just had to, I feel like we got to start every interview here with like, do you smoke weed? Because it's a weed fest, if we didn't mention that. You guys live together. Yes. And you've been living together for about 6 months.
Something like that.
Yeah, 5 or 6 months. Yeah.
How did that come to be?
I actually lived in Portland, Oregon for, I think a year and a half, and yeah, I moved away from there because I just wanted to like come to Denver and network and just kind of get with creative people a bit more. And my manager hooked me up with a place to stay at Ezra's, and we already kind of knew of each other, so it was nice. It was nice to It's been fun.
Have you guys been making tunes?
Yes.
Yeah, we got a couple tracks. What do we have, like 3 or 4 or something?
We could do better. I think we could make more.
We need to make more.
We need to make more. But
on this spot, we're like saying we need more.
Yeah.
We got I'm gonna play one out tonight for sure. We got 2 that are like solid for sure.
Yeah.
Cypher and Relic.
We just started one this past week as well, which it's like kind of like jazzy dubstep. It's pretty cool. So
nice. Yeah. Speaking of like bass music, dubstep, I know you're from the UK. Yeah. You got a US boy here.
Yeah,
right?
Originally from San Francisco area. Grew up in Half Moon Bay, California, right in the coast there. But I've been living in Denver for 10 years now. So
nice.
It's been quite some time living with all the other DJs in Denver. So.
How did you guys kind of like get into this? Because I'm sure you have very different like ways of, vector into it,
Yeah, when I was like 13, I used to MC, and I used to be in a crew with like loads of people from my hometown, and then I moved to Manchester, heard dubstep for the first time, then started to wanting to make dubstep, and then I moved. Yeah, I've been doing it since I was like 13. It's kind of wild.
Like an MCing, we're talking about like kind of the UK style of that, where people are playing like drum and bass or something, and then you're kind of
over it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's still you're rapping. It's just
it's a different style. Yeah.
For
sure.
Yeah.
Cool. How about you?
I guess if you want to go way back, I started, my parents got me into playing violin when I was around like 4.
Yeah, you're classically trained, so to speak.
Yeah, I learned from the Suzuki method. But yeah, I started with that, and then in middle school, I did clarinet, and then did that for 3 years, and then picked up guitar for a bit, so maybe did that for 10 years, and then went to my first rave in San Francisco. It's called Love Evolution. It's this big rave out in downtown SF, and once I went to that, just completely blew my mind. The culture, just a bunch of crazy humans, colorful hairdo. It was like a real big like burner crowd, which was sick. So a bunch of art cars and shit. Cool. I just picked up a little controller at the time, like an NS7. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's actually not little. It's fucking humongous. It's like super inconvenient.
Kinda.
Yeah, an all-in-one unit, and had like kind of these little motorized turntables. So it was like kind of give you the emulation you're actually scratching and stuff. And then just started making music shortly after that. And then
you got into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Something we also ask a lot of times is, what was your first concert? You said that your first festival was that one in SF, but what was like your first show?
My first
doesn't have to be
show as an artist.
As a
punter.
As an attendee. As a what? A punter?
A punter, but that's what they call in England. That's what we call them in England. That's funny.
That's like an attendee.
Attendee,
right?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So my first show, I'm actually, it was Chasing Status.
Your first show?
Yeah, my first big show was Chasing Status. Yeah.
In general, or just electronically speaking?
Just in general, like a big show, that I went to. It was like electronic music. Yeah, Chasing Status. It was in my hometown, probably like 2015 or something like that. Yeah.
Word. That's a solid choice for the first.
For me, I was actually thinking this question because I have watched.
I do ask
your
this
podcast.
a lot. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man. My parents, I actually asked them. They took me to Gordon Lightfoot. He's like a Canadian folk singer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't really love his music that much.
Dude, it's cool, man.
When I was really young, I don't know, I was maybe 5 or 6 or something.
Oh.
But I was thinking like the first kind of real concert I went to, like proactively and not like taken by my parents, was Audio Slave back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, big fan of those guys for sure.
Very nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool, guys. Well, one thing I wanted to talk about, you've released on a lot of really cool labels, Duplock and DDD and fucking all these dope things, but also you have a label and you started Manuka.
Yes.
Right? And kind of wanted to just get a little bit more backstory on like how that started, why that started.
Yeah. So Manuka, basically, I used to be on a label called Swamp 81, which is Loafer's label. If you know Loafer, but he does a lot of like deep dubstep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and he's like one of the like pioneers kind of the genre, yeah. And he like made a lot of sick tunes which were like 130 BPM, and it was around like really heavy bass music that sounded like dubstep but also had a big techno influence. And I really loved that style of music and wanted to make a label that released that sort of stuff. And I used to do a lot of that stuff and release a lot of that like genre as well. But then when I came to America, I started releasing dubstep a lot more on the label as well, because obviously the culture here for dubstep is like growing and growing, So
Sure.
yeah, and we cut like lathe cuts ourselves and stuff. We're doing a takeover at this festival today, no, tomorrow. So yeah, it's been really good. So I co-run the label with Joe Big, and we're just trying to push good music and do some takeovers and have a good time.
And you didn't start it with Joe, right?
No.
It was started with, I forget, it starts with like an X or something?
Zakra, Amadeo he's called. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just to finish this, and I'll ask you also something about this, like what was the intention behind it? Because you said you were releasing on another label.
Yeah.
What was the intention to start your own?
Basically, I just wanted control of my own music, and I wanted somewhere to put out like stuff that I made as well. That because I just sit on a load of beats, and I was like looking at labels and trying to find like a home for them, and nowhere really took that sort of music that I was trying to put out there. So I was just sat on all this music, and I was like, if I make my own label and like somehow make it big enough and have a good enough reach, then I can just put my music out on my own label, and then there's no middleman. I'm like I'm just got control of everything, you know?
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen a CØNTRA release on Manuka. Is that in the works?
Yeah, briefly for sure. Very briefly. Maybe we'll do the next EP on it or something.
Honestly, we could definitely do that, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sort something out soon.
It should happen eventually.
I think it should happen. I think you've just made it gonna happen.
Oh shit! Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully this comes out before that happens, and we can plug it. But yeah, is there anyone at the fest you guys are particularly excited to see? We just saw Joe Big. That was awesome. Another Manuka.
For sure, Turnian Sound. Like
Honeycomb. I seen him last night briefly at the Silent Disco. He is insanely talented.
Oh, the stuff he does on the live streams where he just starts like making beats with people talking to him. They're like, what is this?
Yeah.
This is sick. Definitely check out Honeycomb. Who are some other guys outside of this festival that you guys are like really vibing with? If you could shout out like a name that maybe you're spinning their tracks.
Yeah, so big influence for me is a guy called CØNTRA. I don't know if you know that dude at all.
I'm just thinking Cursa, but
Curse is also sick. But yeah, CØNTRA, he is insane. Go and check him out. His music is just like mind blowing. He's very like just breaks the boundaries sort of thing, and I really find that interesting, especially in like today's climate of music. I feel like when I listen to people's music and something really like hits me and I'm like, wow, that's like amazing to me, you know? So but yeah, he does that for me. For sure.
Cursa. Okay. Anyone for you?
I listen to a lot of more chill down tempo on my free time, I'd say. I've been listening to this French artist called Youthy. She does like kind of reggae dub based music with a little bit of world influence. So she plays trumpet, flute, and accordion. It's very unique.
Nice.
But yeah, it's such a vibe. Been listening to her a lot. Been listening to this drum and bass guy, Liquid. I've been slowly getting to drum and bass.
I love Liquid.
Maybe 2 years ago, I got into kind of the Liquid stuff, kind of like the softer, I guess, pads and vocals. I find it kind of balances out the fast drums quite a bit. But I listened to this one guy, Archangel. He's really good. Pretty inspired by him. Actually motivated me to try the genre a little bit, so messing with him. And who else? I'm trying to think in terms of like, I guess, similar sounds that I'm making. I said this on like a more recent podcast, but Buka's Finest is fucking killer. His productions are insane. Thelum's really good. There's like a few like more world-based deep dubstep guys, Gisaza and Hourman. They're both really cool.
And when you say world, we're talking like kind of, because I know
General term.
Yeah, right. It's just like instruments from the world, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a silly name.
It's
Global
funny because
based.
I think like the term world bass, like you called like Gisaza and stuff world bass, yeah?
Kind of.
But like I don't think that. I just think that they think that they're just dubstep, which is wild because everyone's got their own term, you know.
Yeah, when I think of world music, like not world dubstep, it's just kind of like instruments from the world.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, it's like, so I've been listening to a lot of flamenco music, and it's like, is that world music? I don't know. Do you guys listen to?
Everything's world music.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it's kind of like.
Term ever, like.
Yeah, genres are stupid, but do you guys listen to any genres outside of like kind of this? Like, I mean, you mentioned some other stuff, but like maybe something that your fans wouldn't expect you to be listening to.
I love 90s hip hop. I'm always gonna love 90s hip hop though. I think that's just if you don't have 90s hip hop in your life, then you're losing really. You know what I mean? Like it's sick. Yeah.
I feel that for sure. Anything for you?
I actually like reggae a lot, so it's been a nice festival here. Hearing a few reggae acts and stuff. I like it all. I do listen a little bit more of the white reggae stuff, or you know,
the white reggae.
So like Slightly Stupid, I got brought up on. I grew up in like California, kind of in a little beach town, so I was pretty exposed to Slightly Stupid, Revolution. I like the movement a lot. Catch a Fire, they're from New Zealand, so yeah, just cool. Reggae music, it's just good vibes. I don't know, just
nice,
easy listening. So
I fuck with that song 2 a.m.
Yeah,
that's Revolution, yeah. When that shit comes on, I'm like, all right, let's smoke some weed and get nervous, dude. Like,
You get nervous.
yeah. You know, I know you guys are doing some festivals this year. What are you guys playing? Like, what other festivals are happening? I know we're hitting the end of summer, so to speak, but it definitely goes into the fall.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I think this is my last festival that I'm playing. I'm doing a tour, which is basically based on a concept of no phones, a red light, and good sound system. So I'm like trying to go back to kind of my roots of where it was, what it was like when I started, you know.
What do you do with the no phone thing? I'm curious.
I'm gonna get some stickers, and I'm just gonna put it over the like give everyone a sticker when they enter the door. They put it over the camera, and that's it.
That's sick. I haven't heard of anything like that.
Yeah.
I've heard of the thing at Comedy Works where you go up to the front and they put your phone in a little pouch and you like turn it off.
Yeah. You know, like I never actually thought of the whole sticker idea. I was always doing the no phones thing, but I went to a Shades show the other night and they had the sticker for the phone. Shades.
Shades. Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I'm Northern English.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, Shades. So
Shed is also fire. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'll have to listen.
And they were doing no phones at Shades?
Yeah.
Okay. And
So-
how was that experience?
It was cool, man, because everyone was just in the moment, you know. Like not everyone's just stood there with their phones out, videoing. You know, it's like everyone's actually having fun then.
I know. We talk about this too, and it's like I was watching the live stream for Lala, and it's like a lot of people at Lala are normally like younger, so like they want to film stuff, show it to their friends. Maybe it's like their first festival, but it just looks so dystopic when you're looking out at the crowd, and it's like
episode of Black Mirror.
yeah, everyone's on their phone. And maybe in the future we'll just have like cameras built into our eyes or some shit, and then it's not gonna look weird.
To get there with those glasses.
The meta glasses.
Glasses for sure.
Yeah, I just bought a pair of those to get like content. God, I hate using that word. But
That's what we live in.
yeah, but I also, this is like not important to people, but I own a dog walking business, and like hands-free dog walking can just film with where I look. I feel like will be a cool, I don't know, just like a cool advertising, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Promo. I'm surprised DJs haven't started doing that, or maybe they have, where they recorded their sets. Because it'd be sick to see like the POV of like fucking around on the
Splice that shit in there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that because I did recently get into the 360 cameras and GoPros for the live shows. So.
You could try mine for tonight if you want.
Ooh, I'd be down.
And just fucking. Although I will say I don't think it has a really long record limit. And now we're getting into the weeds
I was
here.
speaking to someone actually at this fest. He said they're like 3-minute intervals or something.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so it could be good for like a little blend though. If you're doing a sick blend, just like a quick
For a real dude.
Yeah, for a real, yeah.
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you could do it where like you intermittently record whatever certain parts, and then with the full footage, let's say of like the 360, like you could cut in there. That seems like a pain in the ass to do, but I think people would think it's cool.
Yeah.
So just an idea, you know, if you guys if you guys want to fuck around. Yeah. Okay, cool. So no more festivals for you. Any?
Yeah, I'm doing Wicked Woods out in Canada. I'm not sure exactly where in Canada. I should look on the map. But I heard really good things about Wicked Woods. A lot of people say it's like kind of how Shambhala used to be, even though Shambhala is still amazing. And then we got Lost Lands too, which will be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be pretty crazy.
And do you guys like the festival circuit? Like, is it any different in terms of like difficulty wise compared to just doing like a tour or something?
In all honesty, like I love the festivals a lot more, just because I find everyone's a lot more happier.
Like everyone's kind of getting in there.
Free, I feel
Yeah,
like.
a bit more free, yeah. So, but like doing like it's definitely
Which helps the crowd. Well, it could, sometimes it can be detrimental, but I find when people are having a good time and, doing their fun things, it kind of lets them be a little bit more loose and get down on the music more. But
That's real.
yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No.
no. All good.
All right, guys. Well, I think we did a good chunk here. Again, we're at Summer's End Smokeout. Thank you guys again for sitting down with us. Yeah. And if you guys made it this far, we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Less.